Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of VIVA JUEGO. I'm your host, the Chic Monster. Hey, how you doing? The show is not a Let's Play show. It's a show about making my own games. I'm a student of game art and design, and I'm just starting to figure this shit out. But I've contributed to other small game projects in the past, but what I really wanted to do is that so few people, including myself when I started out, were aware of just how hard it is to put together a game from like start to finish. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a game anyway. That's what this show is me and a few of my friends putting together a game from start to finish. It's hard, but I'm gonna do it anyway because my therapist says it's important to have short-term goals. So, let me tell you about the project, which hopefully you'll be joining us for. Sorry, I'm really nervous. Let's see. Our game is called Project PEW, P-E-W, like pew pew pew, which stands for Pretty Extraterrestrial Warriors. And what we're trying to go for is a Wild Guns style-esque type of a game. With more of an homage than anything else, although there will be a lot of similar elements. We're going to be doing a lot more in the way of that, because I just loved Wild Guns so much. I was really inspired to make a similar game, but with hopefully more to offer than just Wild Guns. I'm rambling right now. There are other games that we'll be looking at, but what I want to do right now is draw some concept artwork for you guys, and this will be what the show primarily consists of, is me working on the artwork. I'm the game artist and the game designer. I have programmers and musicians who I'll frequently be doing shows with as well. And while I work, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you a little bit myself and the game, and go ahead and do that. Alright, so if I may, I'd like to draw some of the characters for you. And in the beginning, you're going to start out with 4 characters that you can choose from. This will be a multiplayer encouraged game. And as you go, you'll be able to unlock more and more characters. Let me get a better brush for that. You'll unlock more and more characters as you go, as you complete each level, and hopefully there'll be a lot of levels. The premise of the game is this group of extraterrestrial, sort of like an organization of young women who are secret agents, and they're sort of scattered throughout the universe, and they work together fighting crime and doing all those kinds of cool things. It's a pretty abstract concept, as far as, it's not essential to the plot. The main thing, my game design philosophy is I'm more about the experience and less about the game. So I want to make a game that's really fun to play with your friends and not so much one that you would be invested in story-wise. But I'm more than happy to make those as well. So I also am a pretty big feminist, trying to deal with that issue in the game sort of community, because it's a community that I'm a part of, and it's been a big issue, and I really want to make a statement with my games. Not the straw feminist standpoint before anybody freaks out, but just that, it's okay to make a fun game that isn't necessarily playing to too many stereotypes. I'm a fan of the stereotype as much as the next guy, but sometimes I'd like to break away from that. So I was really interested in making sort of an all-female cast. So all the heroes are heroines. They're all girls, and every level the objective is you're trying to rescue another Asian who is a girl. So it's girls rescuing other girls. And, it's really not that central to the plot, but it's a little thing that was important to me, and I just wanted to try something differently. So, all of these girls come from a different planet, and every level that you start out with will be... Every level is a different planet, and they'll be different themed. And the 4 main characters represent sort of the 4 solar systems that you come from. One of them is from Earth. I've yet to name any of these characters. They're also, all the characters, their agent name is named after a color. So right now I'm drawing Agent Pink for you, who's one of the first playable characters. And so I'm really excited about this. I just loved Wild Guns so much, and I was super disappointed that there wasn't another game quite like that. Actually, I'm lying. There was a game that had a very similar concept in which you're focusing on taking down an objective while also sort of watching over yourself simultaneously. It's a DS game. I don't know if any of you guys have played Big Bang Mini, which was just it is my favorite DS game, like hands down. I love that game to death. And it was such a unique twist on the traditional shoot 'em up, is that you had to both kind of control your ship and also shoot at other targets, and they were almost separate entities, I would say. So you were doing a lot of that stuff, and it was a blast. I mean, like, that's another thing that I'm a fan of. And Wild Guns also has that, where you're both trying to pay attention to what's on the screen, but at the same time you're trying to take care of your own player, either Clint or Annie. And for our research stage, we will be playing Wild Guns. Me and my programmer, hopefully Salty, will be playing Wild Guns with me, and we'll be kind of deconstructing that game as we also hope to have a really good time. We'll be deconstructing that game and seeing, you know, what we can improve and what we would like to do and just how we would do things differently. And that'll be sort of our jumping off point. So I stated earlier that this isn't a Let's Play, but there will be some Let's Plays in there, because let's be honest, those are fun. Those are fun to do. Okay, so this is Agent Pink here, and you see this outfit that she's got on here is present on all of the agents. It's very simple. It's actually more for saving time's sake. I'm going to show you how I do the animations for all of these characters, which I've begun to do already. This here is Agent Pink. What was I saying? I'm all over the place. This is their official agent outfit. And you can see, I mean, they're sort of like chibi girls, so this would come to like just above the knee. Actually, let me make that a little bit longer. So, you know, going back to the feminist thing, just trying to keep it tasteful while not being, you know, overly sexual. And all of the girls have a cool, unique ability, and, you know, they're fantastic and it's fun. So that's important to me. So, you know, I just like to know that those are the values that are instilled by me. And of course, they do not represent necessarily the views of the other members of the team, but I am the game designer, so I'm just kind of giving you insight into that. So yeah, so they've got, you know, a tasteful suit. These are leggings. In case you were wondering, these are not her bare legs. So everything is pretty much covered up, and it looks cute without being weird. So these all are aliens, with the exception of one of the Earth girls. So they all each have like a weird little quirk thing. So she's got these cat ears, sort of. And let's see here. Agent Pink has these cat ears. And like these weird ponytail things coming out of her head. Which is representative of the planet which she is from. So she here is from sort of like a kawaii themed planet, which I'm calling it. I wrote down the name somewhere here, like Kawaii Land. Kawaii Land? That can't be right. There we go. Kawaiipolis. Did I write that? Kawaiipolis. Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up here, and we'll continue this later. Just drawing Agent Pink here. So she's from the planet Kawaipolis, and all of the levels there are themed around like something that's cutesy and adorable. So there's like cats and hearts and that kind of a thing. So every planet has its own theme, so it'll be completely different. I really wanted I love the idea of like taking people to different places while having essentially the same adventure. So the places are going to change, but the gameplay for the most part will not. I hope to do some things in which, you know, like maybe like an underwater level where you can't, instead of jumping, you're kind of floating around, or an ice level where, you know, there's a little bit of friction going on. So she's themed from the planet Kawaipolis, so she's got like these cat ears and like this really cute face and like this hair coming out of her head, and it's just, she's an alien, so it's supposed to be like a cat-like alien. It's really cute. Okay, so I've finished here, and I will continue my discussion about my plans for the game. PEW. Pretty extraterrestrial warriors. Thanks for watching Viva Juego. I hope to see you soon. Fuck this, okay. The video's over now.